Hi guys, welcome back to a Romanian Resurgence. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have two games for you. We are at home against Voluntari and away against Universitate Craiova. We're sat in 7th place at the moment. We're 3 points behind Universitate Craiova, I think. There's two of them, isn't there? So I tend to get confused as to which one is which. I think actually the one that we're playing is the one that's sat at the bottom of the table, and Voluntari just a few places above them. So they're two games that we should hopefully get good results in. Since you were last with us, we've had a lot going on. In terms of the actual recent fixtures that we've had, we've been very miss more than hit, to be honest. One win in our last four matches. To be fair, since you were last with us, of course, it's actually two wins in our last five. We won 2-0 against Univers Cluj, a defeat of 2-1 against our rivals Dynamo Bucharest, a 1-0 draw at home against Rapid Bucharest, which is a great result considering they are sat atop of the table, a 2-1 win away against Petrolul, and a 2-1 defeat away against very much a revived Hermannstadt side. But the main part of our busy schedule has been the transfer window, and my word, have we done some transfers. We've seen a lot of players come in. Only a couple of players have left. Daniel Sellier went out on loan to AK Larnakas in Cyprus. Paul Migueles went to Hermannstadt on loan. And Marcel Zimba has gone to Petrolul on loan. And as you can see there, the deal for Papiguay, which I mentioned in the previous episode, did go through. He went to Saudi Arabia for £600,000. And from that, we have actually made 8 new signings. Sergio Romero, of course, was the other departure from the club. He did retire in the end. So let's get into our new signings. The first one was Valentin Mihaila, a Romanian international winger, plenty of experience, comes in with a very good valuation. He was a free transfer, a lot of pace, technical ability, not the best. Likewise, his mental attributes, but with all that pace that he has, he does rate very, very well in the position that he normally plays. Excuse me, sorry. So hopefully he will come in and do some good stuff for us. Felix Agu came in, previously of Werder Bremen in the Bundesliga. Can play wing back, left or right hand side, so we've got good option there to cover in that role. Defensive attributes aren't too bad. Obviously, he's more of an attacking wing back, but decent mental attributes, and he's got decent physicals as well with a good amount of pace. So again, another decent signing for us. His current ability has dropped slightly since he signed. I'm hoping that that is not something that we'll see too much of in as the season goes on. One of the best signings we made, Tanguy Ndombele, former French international, 29 years of age. He's probably not going to get another French cap, but a very high-profile signing for a club like ours. Again, he's got very good ability. We've seen him play in the Premier League and in Ligue 1 in the past. I think it was Tottenham he was at in the Premier League. Really top signing for us in that defensive midfield / central midfield area. Really happy to have brought him in. And again, on a free transfer, if things don't work out, all of these players are guaranteed profit. Crepin Diatta has come in. He's had a couple of injuries since coming in, but he has made an appearance or two. Again, decent amount of pace, really good wide player, can play right or left-hand side. And again, we brought him in to basically beat those wing backs to get the ball into the box, and hopefully he can do that. He's been a very decent signing so far. Like I say, just taking him a bit of time just to get settled in the squad. But again, free transfer based on that valuation. We've done well to bring him in. Neil Mopé, again, former under-21 French international, has played Premier League football, Ligue 1 football, I think, as well. And mental attributes are outstanding. Technical attributes, pretty average, to be fair. Physical attributes, quite good as well. Another really good diverse option for us up front. Certainly one of the higher paid players at the club. But again, a really positive signing for us and a very high profile signing once again. He's certainly done the rounds in recent years. Again, if things don't work out, guaranteed profit. He signed a 3-year deal, so we've got him for some very good time, hopefully. Frederick Jacquel, a 6'4" German centre back. Not too sure whether he'll fit in instantly or not. 2.5 star of quality at the moment. He's a pretty quick defender, good strong lad. And obviously with his height as well, he could be a danger from set pieces when it comes to it. Very determined character, decent technical attributes for the defender as well. Hopefully he will also prove good for us. We then brought in a young goalkeeper, Michiel Heinz. I don't know how to pronounce his surname at all. We'll call him Michiel. Again, goalkeeping attribute wise, pretty decent. He's not got that determined character that we like, but he's a solid third choice, 6'4" goalkeeper, 19 years of age. Hopefully he will improve. And again, from a profit perspective, another free transfer. It's all based on what we've been doing. And the last one is Beninese international Olivier Verdon, 55 caps for Benin. Again, really good centre back, 6'3". Again, a really strong lad, good jumping reach. Again, a potential danger from set pieces. Hopefully, once again, he will become a very good centre back for us. And again, we've tried to focus a little bit more on experience with these signings, just to balance out how young the squad was. Obviously, with a couple of the players that we loaned out, Migueles and Celia, we are looking at hopefully getting rid of permanently. Marcel Zimba, I'm not too sure at the moment. He hasn't really pushed his way into the team again this season so far, so it is going to be a difficult one for him. So in terms of the squad plan, we're actually looking quite decent now. There are one or two players that we'll be looking to get rid of as the season comes to an end. There's a couple of contracts expiring and such as well. But again, we'll see how things go. But we've got very good options across the pitch now, and hopefully it's something we can build on. So going into our first game of the episode, we're going in against Voluntari. Again, form has been a little bit sketchy at times today, but hopefully we can get things sorted. A little bit of rotation in there. Can we get off to a good start in today's episode? Chetkovic is in goal. Ajuro, Marin, Kamara and Regazetti remain at the back. Pavlovic comes into the midfield with Dorat and Matai. Mihaela on the left, Negut on the right and Mope up front. A number of the new signings still getting up to speed a little bit, so they take their places, should I say, on the bench. Bruno Henrique we tried to loan out. We couldn't, unfortunately, so he's out of the squad at the moment. And our other new winger, Diatta, is injured. So we've certainly got the options there. Let's see how we get on. And like I say, fingers crossed, we can get the result that we require. I'm not too sure what to expect. We've been very hit and miss recently. Again, once these new signings bed themselves in, I'm hoping we can start to get back to winning ways again and really push on. And hopefully 6 points to come in these next two games and we can maintain a push for the top six. That is certainly what we're after. And we'll see exactly the league table there in the centre. We're only, to be fair, I mean, I'll say only, with 13 points ahead of Voluntari in the league. But we need to just make that push and try and get the results today against sides that we should be beating. This is what it boils down to. We've been a little bit complacent at times. I know I've said it a few times in previous episodes, but we need to get these results. We have to maintain our push and try and get into this Champions playoff top six. It is very, very key that we qualify for that Champions playoff just for the opportunity to get into Europe. And again, who knows? It's going to be very, very difficult. It's very, very tight in the league at the moment as Negut swings it into that far post and it's a good clearance from Caschini. Regazetti picking it up, finding Kamara. He tries to get into the penalty area. Caschini does well with the challenge and there is a break on here for Voluntari. The clearance is reasonable, but he didn't try and find the right pass and Pavlovic picks it up and now Marin plays it into David Matai and now Mihaela. Poor from him. Caschini loses out to Matai though, and he finds the pass to Neil Mope. He is yet to score, and he's hit the crossbar. It's a big opportunity, and again, I'm really hoping that Mope works out. Daidu's up to 7 goals now, but we're still lacking that out-and-out goal scorer, and it really... that's the main reason I brought Mope in. I'm hoping he can be the difference maker. But in the end, we do create a very good opportunity, and David Matai gives us the lead. Incidentally, he no longer wants to leave, so we're scrambling a little bit to try and get a new contract sorted for him so that we can get rid of his release clause, because that'll really bump up his valuation as well. Dorat with a lovely pass into David Matai, took a slight deflection, but we don't mind. And just before half-time, we do take the lead. Deservedly so. It's only our second attempt on target, though. And again, we certainly need to just pick it up a little bit. I'll tell lads that we don't want any complacency. Again, we're not conceding an awful lot of goals either. Granted, we're not scoring many, but we're not conceding an awful lot of goals. When we lose, we're only losing by the one. Obviously, the defeats that you saw previously, 2-1 against Rapid Bucharest, against Dynamo Bucharest, sorry, and 2-1 against Hermannstadt. So we're not far off the mark, I don't think. And if these players that have come in with that experience, if they really pick it up a little bit, hopefully, we could eventually have a squad capable of making a title challenge. I think we're more than capable with the quality of players we've got now. But again, we just lack that out-and-out goal scorer. Mihaila couldn't beat Bobok in the air, and now Shiabanu. Good interception by Pavlovic. Matai now into Ajuro. Coming down the left-hand side, into Mihaila. Back to Pavlovic, Ajuro. Into Marin. Pavlovic again. Into Dorat, and now Nagut on this right-hand side. He plays it all the way back to Kamara. Regazetti made a great run there. He's got to be finding that more positive pass. Nagut into Dorat, back to Mope. And now Mihaila is in, and Mihaila puts it wide. And again, these are opportunities we have to be taking. Mihaila and Mope both rating very poorly today. And again, a game without a striker scoring a goal. We really, really need that goal scorer. I'm hoping Mope can be it, but he's just not firing as of yet. It's going to take some time, obviously, but again, I've tried different roles. I've tried the poacher, the advanced forward, the deep line forward. None of it seems to make any difference. Very, very frustrating. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I've had a bit of a dodgy throat last couple of days. I'm really hoping that I can get through this today. The result is still very good. We've got the 3 points. We're sat in 7th place, just 1 point behind Sepsi. We're still holding our own, trying to break into this top 6. Again, with the experience we've brought in, I am hoping we can break into that top 6 position. We've got Craiova coming up. They are sat bottom of the table. They have had some wins this season, not many. Can we compound on their misery? It's only a couple of days to go until that game, incidentally. So we'll just push on through a little bit and we'll just continue straight on. Training facilities have now been upgraded, so that's really good for the players as well. Hopefully that'll pick things up a little bit. I'm constantly doing coaching courses now, incidentally, as well, because the club finances are looking pretty good. So I'm starting to get the experience now, and players starting to get a bit less complacent as well. They're starting to gain that respect a bit more, and hopefully we can continue in the right direction. And that is, I think it's going to be key. The quicker we can get these these coaching badges done and continue this push, the better. But the target, for now at least, has to be trying to get into that top 6. If we can get into that Champions playoff, it just gives us that extra opportunity. All points are halved at that point, of course. And, you know, with the way the league sits at the moment, I mean, after this game against Voluntari, there's only a couple of games left, and then we're into the split. So we're looking at that league table. We've not got a lot of time to break into that top 6. I mean, you're looking at Rapid Bucharest there. Once their points are halved, they're on 34 as things stand. FCSB are on 27. So Rapid Bucharest are looking very much the favourites. But for the rest of the teams, we can very much, with a few good results, break into that top 6, and only that potentially finish in a European spot. That's where we want to be. It's going to be difficult, but a couple of good results and we're there. So we go into this game today, fingers crossed, we can continue and get another 3 points on the board. Very close games all round. A win today would see us go ahead of Sepsi, because they lost 2-0 to SC Argus. So we've got a big opportunity now to break into that top bit. Can we do it? It's going to be very difficult, but I think we're capable. Couple of players being rotated in. Daidu is backing up front. Dosso comes in on the left-hand side. And we'll give Felix Agu an opportunity. He can come in at right back for Regazetti. And Ndombele will bring into the midfield as well, potentially. In fact, we'll rest Juro as well. Agu can play at left back, Pavlovic at right back, and Ndombele can come in as that playmaker. Dorat wants to make sure he gets the game time. We did promise him that his game time wouldn't change following the signing of Pavlovic. But obviously, since then, we've also brought in Ndombele. So it's a little bit of a mishmash when it comes to rotating players in and out of the team at the moment. But let's see how we can do. And again, I think with the team that we're putting out there, we're more than capable. Craiova did draw last time out, but they have lost a number of matches recently. Can we get them back to losing ways? That is the ideal scenario for us, and it's what we need to be doing. Opening 10 minutes, nothing happening. No attempts from either side, and possession very even as well. We need the 3 points. We have to push as hard as we can. We've got the quality in the squad. We just need to get the goals. Keeping everything crossed right now. And to be quite honest, this isn't the kind of game that we needed. And going into half time, 0-0, and we finally get a highlight. Negu trying to find Daidu. It's a poor pass. Dosso does well to intercept, though. Charging forward. Incidentally, I'm slightly red-green colourblind. I couldn't see the ball. So I'm guessing it's an orange ball because I couldn't see it at all. Hopefully the players could see it because I had no idea what was happening then. Well, so far it's been a very poor performance. We need to push on in this second half, and I think, to be honest, we're going to go attacking. I will offer some encouragement, and I am going to have to make a substitution. Negu's taken a knock, so Mihala is going to come on that right hand side. I mean, we've certainly got good options on the bench. I mean, Felix Agu's been poor today. I mean, everybody's been poor today. No one is stepping up here. We really need this win as well. We're going to demand more when it allows us to, because this is not good enough. And again, we're lacking that goal scorer. And it's a corner kick here for Craiova. It's George playing it into that near post. Matai manages to clear. Ratariu picks it up. And now Mania gets the shot away, I think, and it's gone over the crossbar, I'm guessing. And it remains 0-0. But again, it was such a poor performance here. And I don't really... I don't know what the answer is. I even tried a formation change. We went 2 up front. Daidu scored, but we didn't win the game. And it's proving to be a very tough situation, this, at the moment. Michael and Florescu can come on in midfield for Matai and Dorat, who are just struggling a little bit. Neil Mope, you know what? We'll give Noel Sergil an opportunity up front. He's not got as much quality as Daidu and Mope, but we'll give him a chance and we'll see what he can do. And Agu's been shocking, so Ajuro can come on as well. I really hope these new signings don't all end up being flops. They've got the capability to tear this league apart, in my opinion. But at the minute, the lack of goals is a massive concern. And Craiova have actually been the better side. But we've not been creative. We're going to go very attacking for the last 10 seconds, should I say. That is a shocking result. It is absolutely diabolical. I mean, we've got so much quality, and yet it's just not happening for us. In front of goal, I just genuinely do not know what to do about it. We just can't get our strikers scoring goals. And it's going to be our downfall this season, I think, because if this continues, we're definitely not making that top 6 either. We need to find a way of getting our strikers scoring. Whatever it may be, we've just got to make it happen. I mean, Daidu, bear in mind we had a load of friendlies as well. Boca incidentally scored 4 games in a row in the friendlies. We played him in the league game, he got injured, and that was that. Daidu scored in consecutive games back there. But then in our following 7 league games, we've only had 1 goal from a striker, which again was Daidu in the 2-1 win against Petrolul. David Matai scored 3 in his last 5 games. It's just, I just don't understand it. The way that we play works. It's just we can't find a proper out and out goal scoring striker at the moment. It's just not happening. Frustration for sure. If we can somehow find wins in our last 2 games before the league split, we might qualify for the top 6, but I'm not holding out too much hope. And then obviously we've got that cup game against Constanta in April, but we've got the league split happening before that. So we'll see what happens, and we'll come back at some point in relation to the fixtures. And we'll have to see what happens in terms of our strikers, because I'm running out of options. We're signing new players. None of them are scoring. I don't think I've ever had a problem quite like this in Football Manager. I'll see if I can try and find the answers. So until then, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It's all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.